Do you want to read them all?
Yes.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3. This is the song. 1, 2, 3. The bird is under the coke.
You're right.
Coke. The bird, the bird, Tilly had a coat. The bird, Tilly has a red. The good Haley is under the boat. Oh,
You're like the Taylor Swift of writing sentences.
Wait, can you say them again?
Yeah, so would you be able to tell them what an analogy is and give an example? Maybe only tell them or only give an example? Or say you have no clue what an analogy is?
Decide one.
Pick one.
Decide that one.
Okay. I'm going to quiz you then. Can you tell
what was
me
the side
the
one again?
definition of an analogy?
A comparison to a word.
Okay. So there's the definition. Can you give me an example of an analogy?
I'm fast like a cheetah.
So you were definitely a thumbs up one then. So today we're working on reading comprehension, which I know you were not excited about last time, but it's probably the most important part of reading. Do you know what comprehension means?
No.
So it's how you comprehend what you're reading, if you understand what you're reading.
Oh.
Today's you're going to be so good at because it's something that I think you practice in your reading class, and I don't think you've seen this one before. But it's about short E. So I want you to think about the difference between short sound and a long sound. What do you think a long E would sound like if it could say its name really long? Yeah, so it would just say its name as long as it
The
wanted.
little one is at.
It's just like that sound, but what sound would an E make? Eh. Eh. Very good. So go E. Eh. Eh. Perfect. Oh my gosh, that's really good. All right. Okay, so let's write down that you did 1 minute and 25 seconds, which is very fast. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 13 mistakes, which for your first time reading it is pretty good because there's 37 words and you only missed 13 of them. But here's the thing. I bet you could make this number go down if you slowed down and sounded out the words.
I tried to.
So you did try on a few of these words, but on a lot of them, I didn't see your fingers going up, and you do really good with fast fingers. Or
But
you
I
could
did
roller
do
coaster
this.
it. Yeah. So if you need to, do coaster and fingers for all of them. Hold on. So this time, I'm not going to let you see the time because I don't want you to go fast. I want you to take your time and try to get every single word. Okay?
Oops.
So let's make sure every word gets a chance to be right.
Do I have to do this again?
You're going to do it one more time.
Ah.
Okay? But I want to see you sounding out the words, and I should hear you sounding out the words too, okay? No guessing. It doesn't matter if it takes long. Are you ready? Okay.
When went on the sled hat.
Now that you've filled out your graphic organizer, now that you've reread the passage, I'm going to ask you a few questions to see if you really understand what you read, which is the comprehension piece. Ready? All right, let's give it a shot. What happened to the sled? It's that. The sled hit a
Curve.
It's a curve, but they call it a different word in here. Can you
bump.
find it? Where it hit the...
Curve.
Find in the text where it says, it hit the blank. You're looking for 4 words. It hit the...
Core.
You gotta find it. Well, it doesn't say it hit the... Doesn't say it there. Where do you see the word it hit the... What is that?
Bend.
It hit the bend. So first off, he's going down a hill, and then the road bends, and he...
This was stayed.
That one should come off with water and soap as well. Just watch that one on your clothes. Skin, it will come off. Okay. What happened to the sled? It hit the...
Wait, don't tell me.
The answer's on the back if you need it.
Don't know what it is. Bump. Bend.
Don't forget,
Ooh.
bend. Okay. Number 1. What is a volcano?
A opening on Earth where any material on Earth makes its way to the surface.
Oh, nice. That was pretty good. Nice job. Okay, number 2. This is more, you have to refer back to the text if you don't remember. What types of materials erupt from a volcano?
Any fine material, like dust to huge blocks of rock as big as a house.
Okay, so different types of material. If you had to give the main idea, what is this passage mainly about?
Volcanoes.
Okay, more specific. What about volcanoes is it talking about?
How they form and what happens when
You're kind of on the right track. What do you mean, what happens?
like
I'll give you a hint. Somewhere in the passage it talked about
the
3 kinds of
material.
things.
The ma-
1, 2, 3. Lava, the
Tef-
gases in tougher rock.
the types of materials that can be shot out of a volcano.
Good. What's that word that means shot out for a volcano?
Erupt.
Perfect. Okay, so you get to pick. We're doing 2 things today to kind of to work on reading. Number 1, we've got a little bit of a writing activity, which is the EET with that caterpillar. Number 2, we have our card game. Because if you remember, we were talking about how our ears get slouchy. So we're working to hear all the sounds. You want to do the card game first? Okay. Lucky for you, I found an article that I think you might like because it has to do with your spring break trip. Which, where are you going?
Hawaii.
Right. So the piece of reading that I got for you today is about volcanoes, which you should know a little bit about volcanoes before you get to Hawaii. All right, let's start with this one. How many letters do you have? Okay, so you're going to either have 4 fingers or we can roller coaster it. Which one would you rather do? Finger? Coaster. Roller coaster? Okay, it's
Don't be
tough.
fast.
It's tough to start on roller coaster. While we're doing it, our...
One.
Oh my gosh, that was pretty good. Now your roller coaster, you got all the sounds, but if we were riding your roller coaster, it might be a little jerky and give us a headache.
Oh, yeah,
You
let's do it again.
"Ooh, we want it to be smooth.
One.
That was even better.
Actually,
Okay, so you have everything. You have capitals, you have spaces, you're
wait,
neat.
don't look. Open.
Capitals, spaces,
Period.
neatness, and the 4th one, period. Fantastic. Okay, so the first time you read this passage, if you look right here, for your fluency passage, you got 115 words correct in 1 minute, which is pretty good. But now that we've done a graphic organizer, now that we've talked about it and answered questions, you're going to reread the passage one more time and see if you can get that number a little bit higher. Right? So you don't necessarily want to read as fast as you can because then it'll sound kind of crazy. You still want to have the right rate as you read, like you're reading it in front of a class. Now are you ready to grade your paper?
Yes.
Okay. First thing, I used capitals and periods. Check your sentences. Do you see a capital and a period? Pick a smiley, stick it on there. Nice work. I put finger spaces between my words. Do they all have them? Finger, finger, finger. Nice. I spelled sight words correctly. So even the words that were up here, did you spell them right?
Yep.
Yes, you did. My writing is neat, and I tried my best.
Yes.
Hold on, chick. You gotta read it. Is it neat?
Yes.
Okay. Did you try your best?
Yep.
Okay.